Hey, Perfect Spirit. Sam over at Head Trash Anonymous. Does your mind make things too complex? Maybe you're not even aware the mind is making things too complex. So let's take a look at an example of how this happens for most people. So you have an idea to do something. You immediately know, like, oh, I have to do it this way. But then your mind comes along and says, oh, it would be better if you did it this way because of these reasons. But then you look back and say, oh, I should have listened to myself. The first way would have been so much easier. Well, that's pretty much how the mind operates. The mind loves complexity, loves to overthink things, loves all that planning, making all those details, but nothing really works out as we plan, and when all those details really don't matter, because that's the long-range forecast, you could say. But the spirit is really simple and direct, because the spirit lives in this moment. And it says, okay, this is the next step, this is the next step, this is how it's done. Because spirit is very simple. Spirit is all about simplicity. What's the easiest way to accomplish the task? The mind is based on a past experience. So it's looking at something, projecting onto it like, oh, I did this before, this may work now. But it's constantly guessing the mind. So we need to let go of that mind and realize, I need to tap into spirit, the consciousness, the soul of who I am. Because this knows the way forward. It doesn't guess. So if your mind's playing the what-if game, really overthinking things, really stressed out, that's one of the indications if you're really stressed and anxious on how you're going to get this done or accomplish this task to your expectations. That creates a lot of stress. When you operate from spirit, it's not so stressful. It may be stressful if you don't trust your own inner voice, but spirit itself is not stressed. It's not overwhelmed by the situation. Spirit is simply like, go this way, do this, do this, do this. Because spirit works one step at a time. Spirit, it doesn't worry about the outcome. And spirit is soul, consciousness, soul, whatever you want to call it. It's that energy that animates you. Oh, and if you're liking this video, hit like so more people can see it. All right, so let's get back into this. So how do we slow that mind down and really operate from the level of spirit, of consciousness? By simply being here in this moment. Because spirit is all about simplicity, of being here right now, because this is where all of our power resides. Anytime we're up in the mind, we're actually making ourselves weaker. It's actually using more energy than required because the mind's overthinking, planning out all these various situations, or maybe the mind is locked onto only one way of doing this. And when you get into a mindset where there's only one way, that's also another form of head trash. Because spirit sees infinite ways. Spirit is creativity. Spirit is always in the process of creating, of creating, of creating. The mind likes to stay stuck. The mind loves complexity, loves to stay stuck, loves to take a current situation, tie it to the past. And that's not helpful because life changes. Life is not static. So what worked in the past may not work now because life is not static. We have to flow with life. And spirit is in that flow state, you could say, of this moment, of being present. Because there's no challenge or situation the spirit cannot handle. The spirit is connected to all that is, and it knows the way. And the mind may not like the way. The mind may protest and resist. My mind did this as well in my healing journey. When I heard that intuitive voice say, do yoga, my mind said, no way, you can't do that. Your balance is horrible. But I did yoga anyway. 6 months later, no cane. So we have to learn to trust this voice. Because it is the voice within us that knows the way, the path forward. It doesn't guess. It's very systematic. Do this, do that. It doesn't worry about the outcome. Because the outcome is not set in stone. The outcome is very fluid, just like life is fluid. So spirit is always adapting and changing as needed. All right, that's what I wanted to share today. Let me know if you have any questions, anything I can help you with. Well, take good care of yourself. Talk soon.